Hi everybody, and welcome back to Teachers Talk Money, where I help teachers master their money in order to give back to themselves. I'm so happy you guys are here today. We're just going to be going over my budget for November. I am still in Vermont while I'm filming this, so that's why the scenery is a little bit different. But by the time this budget actually goes into action, I'll be back in DC and all will be back to normal. So there are a couple key differences with this budget today that I'll just go over before I throw you over my shoulder and show you the actual numbers. So this month I'm actually bringing in more money than I anticipated, and that's going to be a sustained change. There was one professional development fee that was taken out of my first paycheck that I didn't realize would not be a consistent deduction, and therefore I'm bringing home $30 more per paycheck than I anticipated, which is awesome because that $60 extra a month is going to help me create a little bit more room in my savings accounts, which is something that I felt a little bit tight on last month. And you can see that in the video from the previous month if you'd like to go back and watch that. So for the most part, I saw the change in income, and that also subsequently meant a change in my savings accounts. This month is also going to be pretty unique because I am doing a No Spend November challenge. So while I still have some money in my other fund, I'm not planning on using it, which will be an interesting and fun experiment. And if you want to see my reasoning and my rules for No Spend November, then you can just go to the video, I'll link it in the description, where I explained my No Spend November challenge. November is also quite a special month for me all the time because it's my birthday month. My birthday was on the 2nd. I think this video will come out afterwards. I'm turning 24. And it's also my anniversary month. My anniversary is on November 5th. I'm not sure. It might be the day this video comes out. We've got, of course, Thanksgiving with my family. And this year, we are also facing an election year. So a lot is clearly very up in the air, and obviously I'm still virtual teaching. But my budget is, for the most part, staying exactly the same. So I'll throw you guys over my shoulder and let's take a look at my real teacher budget for November 2020. All right, everybody, here we are in my actual budget template, and you can get this template at the link in the description of this video if you would like to also use something similar to this. I also have a really cute pen and paper version if that's more your jam. But without further ado, let's get into my personal numbers for the month of November. So as you can see, my income is higher than it was in October. I anticipated my October income to be about $1,164 per paycheck, and it is $30 higher each paycheck than I had originally thought that it was. So I'm very, very grateful for that. And of course, as always, I put the dates that I'm going to be receiving the money on the side just so that I'm aware of when those paychecks are coming in, and so I can plan when I want to put money into my savings accounts. So my total income is going to be $2,388 for the month. My gifts fund is staying the same at $60 a month. Christmas is coming, and I have many a sibling and parents and cousin to get gifts for. So with that coming up, still keeping it at $60 a month because that is what I budgeted starting last year to be able to spend a certain amount on each person. And I don't know, I guess after Christmas, I'll let you guys know if that was a good estimation for me. I know last year it felt a little bit tight, and so I upped it by about $20 a month. My travel fund is also staying at $100 a month. This is something I always wanted to put a little bit more into than just $100 a month. However, I'm not having any crazy travel plans considering that obviously we are in a pandemic. I mean, of course, I am currently in Vermont, but this was a really special situation, and I paid for just the Airbnb out of pocket. And because I'm here for the month, the rest of the expenses of the month just came out of my normal monthly paycheck and not my savings. And so it wasn't something that I've had to dip into my savings for since I paid for the Airbnb over the summer. So if I'm planning on doing similar trips to this, I don't think I should be in dire need of a ton of money in my travel fund for a while. So it's not the most important thing on my mind right now. Now, I upped my business savings. I believe it was at $40 last month. I was able to get that up to $70 from whatever it was before, which is good because I have a recurring $29 a month expense. And then, so this will cover part of that. And it will also cover just adding to savings in case there's anything that comes up that I need or want to spend money on for Teachers Talk Money. My summer fund is staying at $320 a month because that is what I need to save to be able to live over the summer without having to take in an income. And grad school is staying at $77 a month because that over 10 months is what I need to be able to save in order to pay for my grad school classes when they come up. In my car fund rebuild, I was able to up that a little bit as well. I believe it was $54 last month, so I'm happy to be able to put $74 towards it. This one is not a super important or time-sensitive savings because it's mostly funded. I just had to take some money out for some repairs, and so I'm just kind of slowly rebuilding it, but I'm not on any kind of time crunch for this one. So I'm just kind of putting whatever extra money from my savings I can towards that until it is fully funded, and then that money can go to a different savings account, probably my travel fund. For my fixed costs, my rent, as always, is $900 a month. My car and renter's insurance is $82 a month. My phone bill is $45 a month. I got a question about how I'm able to get that so low, and I'm not really sure what exactly goes into it. I've never shopped around for phone stuff myself. I still am on my family's plan, and I think because there are so many of us on it, I'm one of 6 siblings in my family. So there are just a ton of us on it. I believe that's what makes it so cheap. So sorry, no special savings hack there. Although I do know that this is something that you can totally negotiate if you feel like you can get a better price from a different service provider. You can either go shopping around to look for that, or you can call your phone company and say, I'm a satisfied customer, but I could get a better price somewhere else. Is there any way you can lower the price for me so that I can stay with X company, right? And that is something that a lot of people have had much success negotiating. So please keep that in mind, that whatever your phone bill is, you are not necessarily stuck with it. My subscriptions, these are just the things that come automatically out of my bank account. They're just $10 a month. They're just small donations. And it costs me $70 a month to cover my half of Hattie's expenses. Hattie's my beautiful doggo. And she is old and has a lot of medical needs. So it costs me $70 a month to pay for her food as well as various medications and other needs. And that brings us to my variable costs. Everything here is looking just about the same. I budget $200 a month for groceries, $200 a month for dining out, $30 a month for gas, as I won't be going really anywhere this month, most likely. I shouldn't have to fill it up more than once. And that has been working pretty well so far in quarantine. So hopefully that stays at a good amount this month. And then in my other fund, I have $150 a month for any other wants or needs that come up this month. However, I will not be spending much on wants this month as I'm doing my No Spend November challenge, which you guys should check out the link to that video in the description below to see how I'm doing it, what no spend challenges are, if they're worth it for you, and what my personal rules for November are going to be. So check that out, and I'm also going to post an update in the coming weeks of how it's going. So I don't know, fingers crossed, we'll see how it goes. And so you can tell my budget is a zero-based budget because the total of what I expect to spend and save is the same as my income. So it means every single dollar has a job, and it's going to go where I tell it to go. You can also check out my running totals category over here. This is where I put basically everything as it comes up so I don't forget any expenses and so I can keep track of what things cost as they cost. I'm going to do a what I spent in Vermont video coming up soon, so I'll go through all of this then, but this is an example of what my running totals category looks like at the end of the month. So that's my November budget. Don't forget, you can get this budget template at the link in the description if you'd like. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel if you like the content I'm putting out, and give this video a like if you enjoyed what we talked about today. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.